hard that niggas think I'm LeBron. AK to the death of me, I'm concrete.
Peace, family. You coolin' with the Completist? How y'all doing today, man? Today we gonna be jumping into a lot of, I would say, exclusives. I mean, let's be honest, man. Y'all, a lot of my followers and everybody, y'all been following me for a while, right? Y'all know I give y'all at least some valid and solid information, especially when it comes to the news and updates on certain productions, especially productions that I'm aware of way beforehand, especially like before the filming process. So we're gonna be going over, you know what I'm saying, a lot of those things. You know what I'm saying? There has been a lot going on in the film world. A lot. Now, most people, would say things, there's a lot of stigma against films flopping. Really, there's a lot of stigma behind anything that doesn't do good numerically, numbers wise. If for anybody that didn't understand, it is so I'm just gonna try to dissect a little bit, and I'm gonna talk about some films. I'm gonna talk about some leaked films, things of that nature. You know how the Completist go. So let's go. So a few weeks ago, Across the Spider-Verse came out. Fire, beautiful film. Y'all remember I made my review for it and everything. There's just a lot to dissect about that film, man. Simple. It is probably the greatest animated film that we've gotten in a very long time. Not just because of, not just because of it's not because of its visual effects. I would say it's because of the actual effort. Because like I told y'all before, there's over 100 and 127, 125 different art styles in this movie. And it took them over 3 years just to do like one or two scenes. That's amazing. They set the bar. Because when we're talking about animated films, man, films that already don't get that much respect in the film industry or amongst the masses. Everybody thinks animated films is just for children. You know what I'm saying? And even still, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, because I get a lot of great stories, messages, and just overall great artistry around children's, content. So I don't really know what that means, but either way, they're giving us some fire. And mind you, it's not even just them who's giving us fire, dog. Gennady Tartakovsky is giving us the hands down some of the greatest animations in Cartoon Network history, for real. Yeah, that's big for a lot of people that are fans of things like Samurai Jack. The GOATed TV series that just ended, which just gave us an update that is getting a season 3, Primal. And now he's giving us a new series that, mind you, the finale is dropping this week. Unicorn Eternal Warriors. And it's crazy because anybody that watched Primal or Samurai Jack, or Time Squad, Dexter, there's a similar animation style, I'm saying, that my man Gennady follows. But in Unicorn Eternal Warriors, man, my man's just like stepped his game up and did something so creative. He implemented like at least 5 to 6 different art styles in one show, and it's like that in every episode throughout the series. Each character has a specific art style that's really more keen to the Western world. like I'm gonna give you some examples. Things like Roger Rabbit, Betty Boop, and Jessica Rabbit. You feel what I'm saying? Those art styles are implemented in one of the characters. Looney Tunes, the Elmer Fudd looking character, looking thing, the way that they used to make humans look back in the like 50s and 60s. They implemented that. They implemented the Samurai Jack style. Mind you, that's Gennady style. Powerpuff Girls, all that's Gennady style. And then they give us a mixture of they make it look a little bit more futuristic in one of the characters. And that's beautiful because I understand exactly what he's doing. Mind you, Gennady Tartakovsky is a great storyteller, bro. Because he not only is animating these stories, he's writing them. He's on the storyboard, and that's big. We gotta show him his respect. We gotta give him his flowers, man. I'm gonna give him a round of applause, man. This man is shitting on the whole game right now. There ain't nobody fucking with Gennady. Nobody. But moving on. We got some leaked footage, man. We got some leaked footage of some films, films and TV series that we are anticipating, or at least I am highly anticipating. We got some leaked images, man, from Sandman season 2. Mind you, remember there was a lot of tension when the series ended because everybody was wondering, is there going to be another season? Because the first season was amazing. Is it going to be another season? And the thing about Netflix is if something doesn't get a specific amount of subscribers, new subscribers, you know what I'm saying, they'll cancel it. And listen, it's annoying, but I can understand. It's a money thing. And this is kind of goes around like the whole thing with people sharing their password, sharing their account. I mean, you got to understand, you taking money out their pockets. I get it. I understand the frustration, but yeah. Oh, and hey, listen, when it comes to, sorry, I'm cutting myself off right now, but when it comes to things like the workers for movies being overworked and underpaid, it's going on in movies over here. It's going to movies in Asia. It's going on in anime. It's going on in TV show, right? And that's why there's the writer's strike going on right now. There's a lot, and on the last show, I told y'all the shows that was, postponing filming and production. You know what I'm saying? Because of the writer's strike. There's a lot of films that are postponing production, man. A lot. And that's not hard for me to believe, because at the end of the day, man, people need to get paid for their work. People need to get paid for their work. Like, there's no reason why these motherfuckers is pulling in millions and billions in the fucking box office, and motherfuckers is sick and scavenging check to check, and they just wrote a goddamn masterpiece. And even if it's not a masterpiece, it still generated you hella funds, my nigga. I should have some money in my check. I shouldn't have to worry about shit. And I'm sure a lot of these writers is doing more than one production, so they should be paid. Writers, animators, all of them should be paid. Illustrators, paid. Y'all don't understand how many hours these people put in on their craft, man. And for somebody that's an aspiring filmmaker, director, writer, creator, motherfuckers got me fucked up if you think I'm about to be slaving. But at the end of the day, you are supposed to want to do some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to do it, you got to love it. And to love it, you have to do it, you know what I'm saying? Or if you could, you would do it for free. You know what I'm saying? If it was a choice. Like, if you didn't have to worry about bills and all that, you would probably do it for free. That's how much you love it. That's how it's supposed to be. But that's not the world we live in. People need to get paid. Like, people need to get paid. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, the movie looked amazing though. But I wouldn't doubt it, not even a little bit. Yeah, they listen. All of the money that's cycling through, because there was a point in time that movie theaters was about to go out of business, man, and they was about to go out of business because of the simple fact that the box office isn't what's keeping they rent. you know what I'm saying, to get paid, not keeping their lease getting paid. That's not what is doing it. The concession stand is what's doing it. That's why they should be so expensive. That's why they candy, soda, and all that should be like $10. You know what I'm saying? You think you was at Cedar Point or some shit because that's how they make their money. You know, but yeah, all that shit, all these funds need to be cycled back instead of being put into these motherfuckers' pockets. You know what I'm saying? Who sit in the office and don't do not an inch of leg work for these films. All they doing is making phone calls, sending emails. You know what I'm saying? And they just know people. They ain't putting in no actual work. They need to give money back. Yeah, man. This is shit happening in every medium in all over the world. Anime, films, comic books, manga, everything that I talk about on my show. Ironic. But let me keep moving on, man. I don't want to keep on rambling and ranting because I could go on about that bullshit all day. The motherfuckers got us all the way fucked up. But like I said, Sandman season 2 got some leaked footage. It's looking promising. You know, the first season was grand. I enjoyed it a lot. I can't wait to see what they do for the next season, man. Because yeah, and for anybody that still hasn't read the comic book, man, that Sandman universe is fire, dog. You need to get hit. But next, man, we got Madam Web, man. Madam Web got some leaked images, man. It is full throttle. We getting Madam Web, and it's supposedly supposed to be they don't think that it's going to be the last installment of Spider-Man films for Sony, but it's in discussion that basically it's gonna probably end up being the last installment for Sony movies when it comes to Spider-Man, because the Hulk had just gotten, Marvel Studios just got the rights to the Hulk, man. So I don't know, we'll see. Tom Holland, man, I don't think he's gonna be playing Spider-Man no more. And if so, he gonna play one more time. They got Kraven the Hunter coming out. They got Madam Web. But the thing is that supposedly in Kraven there won't be no Spider-Man. There's only gonna be reference to him. And in Madam Web there is I haven't gotten any news on that, but I hope Spider-Man will be in it. You know what I'm saying, or some form of the character. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. This is when these studios and everybody work their magic and give us something that we didn't even expect. We'll see. But later, next in line, Henry Cavill, man. Henry Cavill, supposedly, or that's what the news and the word of mouth is saying. He did excellent and amazing job during the audition for James Bond. He was in Mission Impossible. He was in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. He's done some espionage films. So it's not something that he's not experienced in. But it's definitely something that is going to take a lot of wind, because Bond is a runner, man. Bond, he keep moving. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't worried about my man's fitness. He gonna do a great job. I think that they gonna cast him. He is in high talks for being casted, and I feel like it's a great pick. Not mad at it at all, but it's not official yet. So we'll see what happens. Steph Curry's documentary, man, on Apple TV, A24 produced film, Underrated. Underrated, man. It's gonna be talking about my man Steph Curry all the way from his childhood, his trials and tribulations through college when he was at Davidson, to when he first got in the league when he was behind Monte Ellis and them, to when he became the man that he is today. The one of the greatest shooter of all time, possibly the greatest point guard of all time. Let's see what happens, man. It's gonna be on Apple TV. Next, David Corenswet and Rachel Brosnahan are going to be playing Superman and Lois, man, for the movie Superman Legacy, which is supposedly going to be in theaters July 11th, 2025. That's some news for you. Go check them out, man. Go check out what they look like and tell me what you think. Do you think that they could be a good Lois and Clark? I feel like they could do a decent job, especially as young versions of the two. I don't see why not. Next, Boss Logic, Boom Studios, and Michael B. Jordan, man, they are collaborating on making a sequel comic for the film Creed. Yes, they are making a comic book sequel for the film Creed, and it is going to mainly focus on his daughter. Yes, the daughter. The daughter is deaf, if you remember correctly. So they are going to be creating a comic book for that. I'm like, what, excited for it. I'm not mad at it. I'm with it. Let's go. I'm copping. Next, um, Ultimate Invasion, man. Ultimate Invasion is a comic book that's been out. That's out right now. It's basically fire. It's written by my man Hickman, and it's definitely it takes you for a ride. Anybody who's familiar with the Ultimate Universe, that's the universe that Miles Morales is in. And it's a lot of chaos, man. My man's the Maker is back. Anybody who don't know the Maker is the evil Richard Reed or Reed Richards. I'm fried. And yeah, it's going, man. Go check that out. Go check that out. Next, man. Next. Now You See Me 3 is in development. Yeah, from Lionsgate and the director of Zombieland. It's supposed to be dropping sometime next year, so take a look out for that. And My Hero Academia Vigilante is getting an anime adaptation, ladies and gentlemen. It's a prequel spinoff, 15 volumes. If anybody wants it, it's going to be adapted. So if you want to be up to speed, go and get them volumes of My Hero Academia Vigilante, man. If you ain't caught up to the original story from My Hero Academia, you are asleep. If you are one of the ones that just want to wait until the anime shows you, hey, I ain't mad at you for doing that either. But listen, that the manga is a lot of the time way different from the anime. Because like I told you before on one of my shows, it's different adapting a manga onto screen because a lot of it has to get cut out. A lot of it has to be edited and meshed perfectly to give us a nice, concise story. So a lot of it gets cut out or revised, to fit, the film. So go check out the manga, man. If you ain't hit, man, get up on that. Get up on that. Ain't nothing wrong with reading. Extraction 2. Did my review on that. Y'all read that, and a lot of y'all agreed. A lot of y'all didn't. But the thing is here, Extraction 2 is the first one was amazing. And the person that directed the film, he worked with Keanu Reeves and John Wick. He worked with Marvel Studios. He's worked with, a lot of different motherfuckers, So one thing that he's gonna get right, especially as an action film, I mean, you would think all you need is the budget, all you need is the money, the money, the vision, and the experience. And since he was a stunt coordinator, he has experience around the set. And that's why I'm not surprised that while the film did as good as it did, Chris Hemsworth is also a great actor. He's a good actor for real, especially when it comes to action. He don't shy away from nothing. I kind of seen that in him when I believe it was Red Dawn that movie came out. But either way, it's a great film, man. Extraction 2, and it was decent. I ain't gonna say great, but it was written decently. Good. I had no issues with it, especially for an action film. Plot is simple. Extract, get them to the destination, stay alive. That's all you got to give me, and just make sure that choreography and action is smooth. That's it. And that's what they did. Everybody go check out that Extraction 2. And yes, they are coming out with an Extraction 3. I can't wait. You heard it here first. Next, man, the next two things we gonna talk about, man, is the creator. It got my man John David Washington in the film, sci-fi film. It looks very promising. It looks like it's going to be very artistic in a way, like very, very layered, if that makes sense. And it seems like it's going to be a very, compelling film just by watching the trailer. I can't wait to see it, man. And honestly, John David Washington hasn't failed yet. he hasn't really given me anything yet. Yeah, he probably been in some movies I didn't really like, but his performance overall, he hasn't given me nothing bad. Nothing. Um. All right, next, man, Rebel Moon, man. My man Zack Snyder done gave us some more images of the film that he will be making, Rebel Moon. It is going to. It looks like it's going to be good. It looks like it's going to be good, man. I have faith, man. I got faith in my man Zach. Zach isn't somebody that makes terrible films. I'm not. I'm not one of those people. I'm not a Zach hater. Um, so I have high hopes. The cast look promising. Visuals. Not mad at it. Not mad at it at all, man. Not mad at it at all. But those are the updates I got for y'all, man. The updates and everything, man. If you want to check out any of those images, man, the images are posted on the Completist group page. So if you ever want to check them out, man, check out anything that I say. More than likely is on my group page. So that's where all the links, that's where all the verification is at for you. You just heard it here first. You feel me? But either way, man, please, man, share, like, and subscribe to this video, man. Let your people know. Because at the end of the day, I get a lot of people hit, man. I'm going to get my recognition. I get a lot of people hit before they even find out, before the studios even tell a motherfucker I'll be finding out. I'm the completest, man. It's the completest way. But thank y'all, man, for tuning in, man. This is my today's show, man. My today's show. We just gonna keep it short and sweet. But stay tuned on Friday, man. Stay tuned Friday for the next episode. I will be doing a Halls episode. My Halls episode will have all my comic news. It's gonna be some beautiful trades that I got to show y'all, man. Beautiful. I can't wait to show you. But remember, love yourself and love your family. Don't stress about the shit you can't control. This is Completist, man. I'm out.